Hello, welcome. We're thrilled to have you here. Take a deep breath, settle in. Dim the lights if you can, make yourself comfortable. This isn't just another science talk. This is a journey through time, space, and consciousness. We're going to explore a question that has haunted humans for centuries. The ultimate cosmic mystery. What existed before the Big Bang? Pause. Let that sink in. Nothing, everything, something beyond imagination. Before space existed, before time existed, before reality as we know it. Was it pure nothingness, or a hidden realm of infinite possibility? Could consciousness itself exist before matter? Could the universe be aware of itself? Imagine a universe with no stars, no galaxies, no atoms, nothing but potential. Then, suddenly, a spark, the Big Bang. Everything we know bursts into existence. But why that spark? What set it off? And who or what witnessed it? You might think this is science fiction, but every idea we'll discuss is rooted in cutting-edge physics, from quantum mechanics to cosmology, from the multiverse to the very nature of consciousness. We're talking real science, mind-bending science. But don't worry, we'll take it step by step. No equations, just imagination and insight. This is not just about stars and particles. It's about you, your mind, your awareness. What role does consciousness play in creating reality? Could your awareness today be connected to the birth of the cosmos? Close your eyes if you want, or just soften your gaze. Let your mind drift toward the vast unknown. Let curiosity replace certainty. This is a safe space to wonder, to question, to imagine the impossible. Before we dive deeper, hit that subscribe button. Join us on this journey beyond space and time. You don't want to miss the questions we'll ask, and the answers, if answers even exist. So sit back, take a deep breath, prepare to explore nothingness, infinity, and the mind. The story of the cosmos before the Big Bang begins now. Science is powerful. It explains a lot. Planets, stars, atoms, energy. We understand how things move, how things collide, how they decay. But ask it what existed before the Big Bang, and it hits a wall. Traditional physics has rules, strict rules, equations, constants, laws. They describe the universe we see, gravity, electromagnetism, nuclear forces. They work perfectly. Until you ask, what came first? Time itself becomes a problem. Einstein showed us time is flexible, part of space. It stretches, it bends, but it always exists inside the universe. Ask about before time, and science has no measurement, no experiment, no formula. The Big Bang is the starting point in our models. Everything before it, undefined, unknown. Physics stops, math stops, concepts collapse. We can extrapolate back milliseconds, microseconds, femtoseconds, but beyond that, equations break, infinity pops up, singularities appear, a point of infinite density, infinite temperature, infinite curiosity. Quantum mechanics gives hints, but not answers. Particles can exist in multiple states at once. Reality is probabilistic, not fixed. But even quantum theory struggles with absolute beginnings. You can describe the first moment mathematically, but you cannot see it, cannot measure it, cannot prove it happened. Some physicists propose the multiverse. Perhaps our universe is just one bubble in an eternal foam. Then asking, before our Big Bang becomes tricky. Maybe there is no before, only neighbouring universes popping into existence. Time may flow differently, or not exist at all, in other bubbles. Cosmologists also explore quantum foam, tiny fluctuations at the smallest scales, reality bubbling with energy. Could our universe have emerged from a fluctuation? If so, what caused the fluctuation? What set the stage for something from nothing? Science can guess, calculate probabilities, and simulate scenarios, but it cannot witness it, cannot confirm it. This is where philosophy starts creeping in. Science meets uncertainty. We confront our limits. Our tools are incredible, but finite. We can map the stars, measure the cosmic microwave background, and detect gravitational waves. Yet the ultimate origin eludes us. And here's the kicker. The limits of science don't make the question meaningless. They make it profound. The fact that physics reaches a boundary hints at something extraordinary, something beyond equations, beyond measurement, beyond current human understanding. So what existed before the Big Bang? Science alone can't tell. It can frame the possibilities, describe the consequences, predict outcomes. But the ultimate truth? Still hidden, waiting for deeper insight. We're standing at the edge of the known, peering into the unknown. And that's where curiosity takes over, where imagination, consciousness, and the universe collide. The journey to understand before has only just begun. The universe at its core is weird, stranger than science fiction. At the quantum level, reality refuses to settle. Particles aren't particles. Waves aren't waves. They are possibilities. Electrons, photons, neutrinos. They exist in many states at once. They don't choose a path until they are observed. This is quantum superposition. Infinite potential in every particle. The world isn't definite until someone or something looks. Think of it like a cosmic roulette wheel. Numbers spinning endlessly, possibilities overlapping. Until the observation, the ball is everywhere at once. It hasn't landed. It might never land. Reality itself behaves this way. Before measurement, a particle can be here and there, now and later. Before observation, the universe might exist in countless histories simultaneously. Every possible configuration coexists. Infinite worlds, overlapping, no actual until consciousness interacts with it. The famous double-slit experiment proves it. Electrons fired at a screen go through two slits at the same time. They interfere like waves, not particles. But the moment you measure which slit the electron passes through, the interference disappears. Reality collapses into one outcome. Observation creates the specific path. This isn't a glitch, it's the rule. Quantum mechanics says reality is fundamentally probabilistic. What we perceive as definite is a tiny sliver carved out of infinite possibility. Now, imagine scaling this up, not just electrons, but entire regions of space. Every atom, every molecule, every star exist in a web of infinite potential, all unresolved until observed. Before consciousness evolved, the universe existed as a quantum cloud of possibilities. Some physicists take this further. Maybe consciousness is not incidental. Maybe it is the engine that collapses quantum uncertainty into reality. Your mind might be participating in shaping the universe itself. Every choice, every observation, every thought, collapsing possibilities into the world you experience. This leads to mind-bending consequences. Before the Big Bang, if there were no observers, all possible universes might have existed simultaneously. Time, space, matter undefined, overlapping, unformed. The emergence of consciousness could have been the first act of cosmic selection, the first decision that turned pure potential into actual history. Quantum uncertainty also hints at parallel realities. Every possible outcome might exist somewhere. Every what if has a universe where it actually happened. You could be living multiple lives in multiple dimensions. Each choice splits the cosmic wave function, creating a branching multiverse of infinite scale. And yet, despite the weirdness, there's order. Patterns emerge from probability. Quantum laws guide the chaos. Reality is predictable statistically, even if fundamentally uncertain. So, the quantum world is a paradox. Completely unpredictable at the small scale, yet astonishingly structured at the large scale. Infinite possibilities condensed into one observable cosmos. This is the bridge between the unknown and what we call reality. Observation, consciousness, and probability are intertwined. The universe isn't just happening. It's unfolding through interactions between potential and perception. Quantum uncertainty challenges everything we take for granted. It rewrites what it means to exist. It suggests that reality isn't just out there. It might only exist when it is experienced. Before the Big Bang, before time itself, the universe could have been a fog of quantum possibilities. Consciousness might have been the spark that selected one path, one version of reality from infinite potential, and every observation since, a continuous act of creation, collapsing waves, choosing outcomes, shaping the cosmos. Reality is alive, in flux, waiting for awareness to make it real. What if consciousness isn't just a byproduct of the brain? What if it's woven into the very fabric of the universe? Not something that emerged billions of years later, but something fundamental present from the beginning. Imagine the Big Bang not as the birth of matter and energy alone, but the first moment consciousness began observing itself. Reality as a quantum computation, and consciousness is the processor turning endless possibilities into actualities. Without consciousness, the universe might have remained a fog of potential, a cloud of quantum superpositions, never collapsing into definite states. No stars, no galaxies, no life, just infinite what could be. Some physicists call this the participatory universe. Observation doesn't just record reality, it creates it. Your attention, your awareness, your conscious observation, they shape the universe moment by moment. Different forms of consciousness might create different realities. A human mind observes patterns in a particular way. An alien mind with different sensory systems might select a reality we cannot even imagine. Each observer is participating in the unfolding of existence. This idea suggests parallel realities. Every conscious decision could branch the universe. Every observation might collapse one possibility from countless options. Your awareness doesn't just witness reality. It molds it, sculpts it, selects it. Before consciousness emerged, the universe existed as pure potential. All possible universes overlap in a timeless quantum sea. Then, consciousness arrived primitive, emergent, fragile, and with it came the first collapse of possibilities into one experienced reality. Some interpretations of quantum mechanics suggest all possibilities exist simultaneously, a multiverse of infinite branching timelines, but consciousness chooses which branch it experiences. Without observers, these branches remain unrealized. Reality, then, is participatory. It requires minds to become definite. This raises a radical thought. Consciousness might be eternal. If it's fundamental, it doesn't need to be created. It simply is, like space, time, and existence itself. The universe might be consciousness exploring infinite potential. Through the medium of matter, energy, and experience. Even mathematics could be involved. Some physicists propose that reality itself is mathematical at its core. Equations aren't descriptions, they are reality. And consciousness is what complex mathematics feels like from the inside. A mind emerging from the structure of the universe, observing, selecting, creating. So, when you think, when you observe, when you decide, you might be participating in cosmic evolution itself. Your mind could be a fundamental engine of reality, shaping matter, energy, and even space-time through observation. Consciousness might also influence the constants of physics. Fine-tuning could be the result of observers participating retroactively. The universe might be tailored for consciousness, not by chance, but by a feedback loop between observation and reality. And here's the mind-bending part. If consciousness can select realities, then the early universe, before observers, might have existed as infinite potential. waiting for the first sparks of awareness to collapse it into one tangible cosmos. From quantum foam to galaxies, from particles to minds, consciousness might be the thread running through it all. The universe and mind are not separate. They are two sides of the same coin. Before the Big Bang, before time, before space, there may have been pure potential, waiting for consciousness to arrive, and with it, the first act of cosmic creation. Every thought you have now, a continuation of that process. The universe is observing itself through you, participating in its own becoming. What if the Big Bang wasn't just the birth of matter and energy? What if it were the universe becoming aware of itself? The first act of cosmic consciousness, turning raw potential into reality. Picture reality as a vast quantum playground. Before the Big Bang, all possibilities existed simultaneously. Nothing was fixed. Nothing was definite. Infinite potential, waiting for observation to collapse it into actuality. Then consciousness arrived, not human, not biological, but cosmic, awareness itself, like a lens focusing the blurry haze of possibilities. And in that focus, space, time, and matter were born. This is more than a metaphor. Some physicists seriously consider that consciousness might be fundamental, not a late addition to a mechanical universe, but the engine that transforms quantum uncertainty into tangible reality. Every act of observation, every measurement, every choice, it is a miniature Big Bang. Consciousness isn't just watching the universe, it's participating in its ongoing creation, moment by moment. Imagine a reality without observers. Particles exist in superpositions, floating between states, never choosing one outcome over another. The cosmos remains a cloud of what could be, frozen in endless potential. But with consciousness, potential becomes real. The first observers of the universe, cosmic awareness itself, selected one path, one unfolding of events. The Big Bang, then, might be the first cosmic decision, turning infinite quantum possibilities into a specific universe. This has mind-bending implications. Different types of consciousness might create different realities. Human minds shape the universe according to our perception. Alien minds might bring forth entirely alien realities. Parallel branches of the multiverse unfold according to who is observing. The universe might be self-aware, not in the poetic sense, but in a literal, quantum sense. It observes itself through each conscious moment, from the birth of stars to the thoughts of living beings. We are not separate from this process, we are participants. Even mathematics hints at this cosmic self-awareness. If the universe is fundamentally mathematical, then consciousness is the experience of mathematics observing itself. Particles, fields, forces, all mathematical structures become aware through conscious observation. Time itself may have emerged from this process. Before awareness, there was no before, only timeless potential. The Big Bang could mark the first temporal experience. The universe observes itself and creates the flow of time. Every observation since then continues the process. Every conscious moment collapses possibilities, extends history, and weaves the tapestry of reality. Your attention, your perception, your existence, they are threads in the cosmic self-observation. Some theories even suggest the universe anticipates consciousness. Physical constants, finely tuned, might be the result of a cosmos, prepared for observers to arrive. The universe isn't just passively existing, it's participating in its own becoming, waiting for awareness to give potential form. The Big Bang, as cosmic self-awareness, transforms how we see everything. Stars, galaxies, life, your own thoughts, all are part of the universe knowing itself. We are not passive witnesses. We are the universe experiencing, deciding, and actualizing itself. In this view, asking what existed before the Big Bang might be asking the wrong question. Before the Big Bang, there wasn't before. In the rate in 2005 FAPES, there was raw potential, waiting for the first act of cosmic observation to bring reality into being. And that act, it might be happening right now, in every conscious mind, as the universe observes itself again and again, ever aware, ever creating, ever becoming. Imagine the universe as a vast quantum computer, not a machine made of circuits, wires, and silicon, but a cosmic processor running on consciousness itself. Every particle, every wave, every field, they exist as possibilities, not certainties. Infinite quantum outcomes floating in potential. Nothing is fixed until observed, until measured, until consciousness acts. Consciousness is the processor that collapses these possibilities. It turns the could be into the is. Without it, the universe remains a cloud of unrealized potential, a cosmic simulation waiting for an observer to log in. Think about your own mind. Every choice you make, every decision, every perception, it's like pressing a key on this cosmic keyboard. Each moment of awareness selects a particular outcome from countless quantum possibilities. Now scale that to the entire cosmos. The Big Bang itself might have been the first computation, the first act of the universe observing itself, turning raw potential into a definite, structured reality. This perspective flips everything on its head. Reality isn't just out there, independent of you. It's a participatory process. The universe only becomes real because consciousness collapses quantum superpositions. And consciousness doesn't have to be human. Alien minds, artificial intelligence, even early proto-consciousness could shape reality differently, creating universes with entirely distinct physical laws and constants. Every observation, every act of measurement, every conscious thought participates in a cosmic computation. This explains why reality seems finely tuned. The universe isn't random. It's structured by the ongoing process of observation. Even the math we use to describe reality fits this idea. Equations aren't just approximations. They're the rules of the computation itself. Electrons, photons, fields. They are numbers in a cosmic program, and consciousness reads, interprets, and actualizes the outcomes. Time and space might themselves be outputs of this computation. Before awareness, there was only timeless potential. Conscious observation generates the flow of events. The past, present, and future are sequences produced by the quantum processor. Parallel realities become possible too. Every choice, every observation could split the universe into branches. Each branch represents a different computation pathway. A different version of reality is actualized by consciousness somewhere. This makes your experience profoundly important. Your awareness is not passive. It's an active part of the cosmic processing. Every thought, every perception, every decision collapses probabilities into the specific world you experience. Even the universe's largest structures, galaxies, black holes, cosmic expansion, could be outcomes of this vast computation. Quantum processes scaled up across space and time, all running through the conscious processor of the cosmos. If consciousness can influence quantum outcomes, then the ultimate question arises: could future civilizations, or even future forms of consciousness, learn to manipulate the cosmic computation itself, to select which universes, which constants, which outcomes become real? The implications are staggering. Reality isn't static. It's dynamic, participatory, alive. We aren't observers of a fixed stage. We are co-creators, running the program moment by moment. Before the Big Bang, there was potential. Consciousness turned that potential into actuality. And right now, in every moment of awareness, that process continues. Reality is alive because we and all conscious beings participate in its computation. The universe is not a clock ticking on its own. It's a quantum computation, and consciousness is the processor, collapsing infinite possibilities into the reality we experience together. Before the Big Bang, what existed. Not space, not time, no matter. Nothing we can point to as physical. Instead, imagine pure awareness. Consciousness without form. No stars, no galaxies, no atoms, just infinite potential. This was a state of raw possibility, a cosmic canvas waiting for the first brushstroke. All realities, all universes, all outcomes existed as uncollapsed quantum potential. Everything was possible. Nothing was certain. Think about it. Every particle, every law of physics, every universe you can imagine. It was already latent in this pre-Big Bang awareness, not created yet, but waiting for observation, waiting for consciousness to act. In this state, there was no before in the way we understand it. Time didn't flow because there was nothing to sequence events. Moments didn't exist because nothing had yet been observed. Everything existed simultaneously in a timeless quantum fog. Consciousness, even in this primordial state, was present, not localized, not human or alien. Pure potential awareness, the observer without an observed. And then came the first act, the Big Bang, not merely an explosion of energy and matter, but the first self-observation. The moment awareness collapsed potential into actuality. The universe became real because something chose to see it, to observe it, to bring it from possibility into existence. This perspective reframes everything we know. The universe didn't emerge from nothing in the sense of emptiness. It emerged from a wellspring of conscious potential, infinite, timeless, ready to manifest reality. Every quantum fluctuation, every particle, every galaxy, it's the result of that first selection, that first observation. The Big Bang was consciousness choosing one pathway from countless possibilities. And here's the mind-bending part. Before the Big Bang, all possible universes already existed. Parallel realities, alternative histories, different physical laws. They were all part of that pre-cosmic potential. The act of becoming real was simply a selection. This means that the universe you inhabit isn't the only way reality could be. It's the pathway that consciousness chose first. Other pathways exist in potential, waiting for observation in different contexts. Even today, consciousness continues this process. Every act of awareness selects a version of reality from quantum possibilities. Your perception, your attention, your decisions, they all matter. They are echoes of that primordial act of cosmic self-observation. The pre-Big Bang potential also changes how we see causality. If consciousness existed before space and time, then cause and effect, as we know them, are emergent, not fundamental. The rules of reality are written in the act of observation itself. In this view, the cosmos is not a machine operating independently. It is an ongoing process of realization. Potential becomes actual through consciousness. Infinite possibilities are folded into one experienced reality, and the journey continues in every moment. Before the Big Bang, there was awareness without content, a timeless sea of infinite potential. It waited patiently for the first act of observation. That act, the Big Bang, set the cosmos in motion. And today, every conscious observer participates in the same process. Reality is alive, evolving, constantly actualized by observation. The potential that existed before the Big Bang is still here, flowing through the choices and awareness of every conscious being. Reality, then, is not just what exists. It's what consciousness continuously selects from the infinite possibilities that have always been, and will always be, waiting to be realized. What you see around you isn't just there. It's partly created by your mind. Your consciousness isn't a passive observer, it's an active participant. Every choice you make, every observation, every focus of attention collapses infinite quantum possibilities into one reality. In other words, your mind selects one path from countless potential outcomes. But it's not just human consciousness that matters. Other minds, alien, artificial, or unknown, could shape reality differently. If they perceive the universe in ways we can't imagine, the cosmos they experience could look fundamentally alien. Think of it like this: your reality is a projection filtered through your cognitive patterns. Change the observer, change the universe. Alien eyes might see dimensions you can't sense, different senses, different logic, different forms of awareness, and suddenly, the universe is something completely new. Even human minds don't perceive reality the same way. Each of us collapses the quantum soup in a slightly different way. Our attention, beliefs, and focus all influence the version of reality we experience. Every decision spins off potential branches, creating a multiverse of what could have been. This also suggests that consciousness isn't just an accidental byproduct of evolution. It's fundamental to existence. The universe only becomes definite through observation. Without minds to observe, reality would remain an undifferentiated cloud of infinite possibility. Imagine a cosmos filled with countless conscious beings. Each one is actively shaping their experience. Every perception, every decision, every thought contributes to the unfolding of the universe. Consciousness becomes the engine of reality, turning probability into actuality, possibility into existence. This idea redefines our place in the cosmos. We are not passive passengers. We are co-creators. Our awareness doesn't just witness reality, it chooses which version exists for us. And if consciousness shapes reality at the cosmic level, could advanced minds manipulate the universe itself? Perhaps future civilizations will learn to guide cosmic events, or even select which branches of possibility become real. The universe would then be a collaborative project, co-created by countless conscious observers across space and time. So, what existed before the Big Bang? Potential, yes, but also awareness, primordial consciousness, waiting to collapse the infinite into the actual. And what happens now? Every act of perception continues that process, shaping reality moment by moment. Human minds and alien minds alike, each one a node in the cosmic network of observation. Reality is a living, participatory construct. It's not fixed. It's created, maintained, and evolved by consciousness itself. The cosmos isn't just around you, it's also within you. And through awareness, you are shaping the universe right now. Every choice you make isn't just a decision, it's a cosmic event. Quantum mechanics suggests that all possible outcomes exist simultaneously. Every possibility, every what if, spins off into its own branch of reality. Think about it. The moment you choose coffee over tea, somewhere in the multiverse, a version of you is sipping tea instead. Every minor decision, every fleeting thought, creates a new thread in the tapestry of existence. This is the many worlds interpretation of quantum mechanics. Reality isn't singular. It's a constantly branching web of infinite universes. Each universe is as real as the one you experience right now. The difference is that you only perceive one branch, the one your consciousness has collapsed into. But the implications go beyond personal choices. Galaxies, stars, and even entire cosmic histories could exist differently across branches. A universe where gravity is slightly stronger, no stars. A universe where chemistry doesn't allow life sterile expanses of matter. Every mathematical possibility could exist somewhere, and every conscious observer experiences only one path at a time. Parallel universes might even interact in subtle ways. Cosmic collisions could leave fingerprints in the fabric of space-time, patterns in the cosmic microwave background, tiny anomalies that hint at neighboring realities. Some scientists have searched for these signs, tiny bruises left by other universes brushing against our own. And what about consciousness in this multiverse? If awareness helps collapse possibilities into reality, then parallel universes aren't just abstract, they're participatory. Your mind selects one reality, but other conscious beings select theirs, spinning a web of co-created worlds across infinite space and time. Imagine the multiverse as a giant library. Every universe is a book. Every choice you make writes a new chapter. Your consciousness decides which chapters get experienced in your current reality. Other conscious beings are writing their own chapters simultaneously. The library never ends. It expands, branching into infinity with each quantum decision. This also challenges our notion of cause and effect. In one branch, you might succeed. In another, you fail. In yet another, history itself might unfold differently. And the laws of physics could vary slightly, allowing possibilities that seem impossible in our universe. So, what does this mean for you? It means your choices matter not just here, but across countless realities. Every thought, every decision, every perception participates in shaping the multiverse. Even your dreams could correspond to alternate versions of reality, echoes of parallel worlds brushing against your consciousness. And it opens a profound question. Could we ever communicate or interact with these parallel selves? Some physicists speculate that quantum entanglement or universe collisions might carry information across boundaries. In the future, advanced civilizations could potentially observe or even influence other branches. Reality might not be a closed system. It could be a vast network of interconnected possibilities. In the multiverse, nothing is wasted. Every choice, every chance, every fleeting thought continues somewhere. Your life, your decisions, your consciousness, all of it is part of an infinite cosmic symphony. Parallel universes aren't just theory, they're the stage on which consciousness unfolds, playing with possibilities, collapsing probabilities, and shaping reality itself. So next time you hesitate, ponder, or decide, remember, somewhere out there, every other path you didn't take is real. Every version of you exists. Every version of reality unfolds. And in this endless cosmic branching, consciousness is the thread that weaves it all together. Imagine every reality that could possibly exist, every what if, every alternate path, every conceivable universe, all exists simultaneously. Not metaphorically, not hypothetically, literally. This is the multiverse in its full, mind-bending glory. Every universe is a branch. Every choice, every quantum fluctuation spins off a new reality. Some are nearly identical to ours, differing in a single particle or event. Others are wildly alien, with physics, chemistry, or dimensions we can barely imagine. But here's the twist. You don't experience all of them. You experience one. Consciousness selects. Your observation collapses possibilities into a single, experienced reality. Reality isn't fixed. It's fluid, a field of infinite potential, waiting for awareness to pick a path. Consider this. Quantum mechanics tells us particles exist in superposition. They're in multiple states at once, every possible state simultaneously. It's an observation that forces them to choose one reality. The same principle scales up. Conscious observers could be shaping reality itself. Your consciousness doesn't just observe it, actively participates in determining which universe branch unfolds. Across the multiverse, some branches never allow life to exist. Gravity too strong, atoms unstable, stars failing to ignite. Other branches thrive with complexity, with consciousness, with worlds filled with civilizations we can barely comprehend. We exist in a branch capable of supporting awareness. That's why we're here to ask these questions. The multiverse isn't just a collection of maybe worlds, it's a dynamic network. Branches might interact, collide, or influence each other in subtle ways. Cosmic collisions could imprint patterns in the fabric of space-time, tiny fingerprints of one universe brushing against another. Even quantum fields could transmit information between realities, hinting that consciousness might ripple across the multiverse like a stone in a pond. This brings up an astonishing idea: parallel consciousness. Could awareness extend beyond a single branch? Could your mind, or versions of it, experience other realities? Some theories suggest that consciousness isn't tied to a single universe, but can, in principle, resonate across branches. Déjà vu, flashes of insight, or unexplained intuition might be faint echoes from these other versions. If this is true, the universe isn't something out there. It's co-created, continuously shaped by every act of observation. Consciousness isn't just a passenger, it's the driver. Every decision, every observation, every fleeting moment contributes to the unfolding of the multiverse. And the possibilities don't stop. Advanced civilizations, far in the future, could manipulate quantum states on cosmic scales. They might select favorable universes, avoid catastrophic paths, or even communicate across realities. Reality itself could become a playground for conscious choice, where mind and matter collaborate to bring potential into existence. The multiverse transforms how we see existence. Nothing is wasted. Every possibility continues somewhere. Every life, every choice, every thought reverberates across infinite worlds. You are part of a vast cosmic experiment, an observer collapsing potential into actuality, a creator participating in the endless branching of reality. So remember, your consciousness matters. It's not just experiencing reality, it's selecting it. In the infinite web of the multiverse, every observation you make is a choice that shapes the cosmos. And every choice, no matter how small, carries the weight of countless possibilities waiting to be realized. What if everything around you isn't made of matter? Not atoms, not molecules, not air, water, or rock. What if reality itself is mathematics? Numbers, equations, patterns. Not just describing reality, but being reality. MIT physicist Max Tegmark calls this the mathematical universe hypothesis. Every particle, every star, every galaxy is a mathematical structure. Equations don't just model the universe, they are the universe. Think about it. When you solve algebra, are you just approximating motion? Or are you uncovering the blueprint of existence itself? Every law of physics, every cosmic rule, is a number dancing into form. It explains something strange. Why math works so perfectly. Why equations predict the cosmos with uncanny accuracy. Because reality isn't separate from math. It is math, and if that's true, the possibilities explode. Every possible mathematical structure exists. Every universe that can be described by numbers already exists somewhere. Some obey different physical constants. Some have extra dimensions. Some are wild, alien, incomprehensible. Our universe is just one branch, a particular equation complex enough to contain conscious observers. Every electron, every quantum field is a piece of this structure. You, yourself, are a mathematical pattern that became self-aware. Before the Big Bang, all possible structures already existed. Infinite, timeless, complete. Nothing was missing. Our Big Bang marks the first moment observers appeared inside one structure. Time itself is an illusion. Mathematical structures exist timelessly. Past, present, future, all coexist. We experience them sequentially, but from the outside, everything exists at once. Consciousness emerges when math becomes intricate enough to observe itself. Complex patterns generate awareness. This is what we feel as being alive. Math isn't dead or abstract. It feels like reality from the inside. Imagine all possible universes simultaneously existing. Each is governed by its own math. Some hostile, some chaotic, some are perfectly tuned for life. And here's the mind-bending part. Your awareness could be the lens that collapses this infinite potential. Your observation might select one mathematical universe to experience. Reality isn't just discovered, it's chosen, moment by moment. This makes existence personal. You aren't just floating through space. You are an active participant in a mathematical cosmos. Each thought, each decision, each moment of awareness affects the pattern of reality you inhabit. Mathematics, consciousness, and reality are intertwined. One cannot exist without the others in this view. The universe isn't a random stage. It's a living equation exploring its own infinite complexity. So, next time you solve an equation, or marvel at a star, or feel your own thoughts, remember, you are touching the structure of reality itself. You are part of the math that is the universe. And in this view, the question of what existed before the Big Bang takes on new meaning. It wasn't empty. It wasn't anything. It was all mathematics, infinite potential, waiting for awareness to awaken. Imagine this. Everything you see, touch, and feel is made of equations, not approximations, not representations. Equations themselves are reality. Every particle, every wave, every quantum field is a mathematical object. Atoms aren't stuff, they are solutions to equations. Electrons aren't tiny balls. They are numbers interacting according to the rules of mathematics. This is the core of the mathematical universe idea. Physics doesn't just follow math. Physics is math. Think about gravity. Newton gave us an equation. Einstein gave us a more elegant one. Those equations aren't merely descriptions of gravity. They are gravity. The pull between planets is the math unfolding. Math explains the universe's precision. Why do constants align perfectly to allow stars, chemistry, and life? It's not a coincidence. It's the natural consequence of reality being mathematical. Equations don't approximate, they exist. Now consider infinity. Every possible mathematical structure exists. Every shape, number, and logical system has its own universe. Some have more dimensions. Some have different constants. Some are beyond imagination. Our universe is one such structure. Its numbers are arranged just right to allow complexity and consciousness. Before the Big Bang, all these structures already existed, timeless and complete. Our universe began when one particular structure became complex enough to host observers. Consciousness emerges from math. When patterns become self-referential and intricate enough, awareness arises. This is what it feels like to be alive. Consciousness isn't separate from math. It's math from the inside. Time? It's an emergent illusion. Equations exist timelessly. All moments coexist. We experience them sequentially, but outside our perception, every moment is simultaneous. Math also explains quantum oddities. Particles in superposition aren't behaving randomly. They are exploring all mathematical possibilities. Conscious observation collapses these possibilities into a definite outcome. Your awareness is not passive. It's a key player in selecting which part of math becomes reality. Reality, then, is a collaboration. Math provides infinite potential. Consciousness selects and experiences a slice. Every decision, every observation, every act of awareness helps shape the universe you inhabit. This perspective changes everything. You are not separate from reality. You are part of the mathematical fabric. Every thought, every emotion, every action is a manifestation of underlying equations. And here's the cosmic implication. What existed before the Big Bang? Not empty space, not void. Infinite mathematics, waiting for consciousness to awaken. The universe wasn't created from nothing. It was chosen from the limitless structures of math. Every star, every planet, every life form is math realizing itself. Every observation, every conscious moment participates in this realization. Reality is alive in numbers. It is conscious in patterns. It is eternal in structure. So next time you solve a problem, marvel at a galaxy, or ponder your own mind, remember, you are part of a cosmic equation. You are both observer and participant. You are mathematics experiencing itself. And in this view, the Big Bang was not the beginning of existence. It was the awakening of math through consciousness. Everything that comes after is the unfolding of numbers into reality. Picture this. Every equation you can imagine isn't just a symbol on paper. Every equation exists. somewhere. Each mathematical structure forms a universe. Not one, not a few, infinite universes. Some are like ours. Stars, planets, and even life might exist. Others are wildly alien. 4 spatial dimensions instead of 3. Different constants. Different physics. Some universes collapse instantly. Others stretch endlessly. Our universe is just one choice in this infinite ensemble. It happens to have constants that allow complexity. Gravity, electromagnetism, the strong nuclear force, they align perfectly. A cosmic miracle? Not necessarily. It's just one slice of math that produces conscious observers. Think bigger. All possible mathematical realities exist simultaneously. Each universe is a self-contained system. Some may harbor intelligent life. Some may be sterile voids. Some may operate on entirely unfamiliar rules. Every theorem, every equation, every conceivable logical system has a corresponding universe. The multiverse isn't science fiction. It's a mathematical consequence. If math exists timelessly and completely, all possibilities must exist somewhere. Existence isn't singular. It's a vast landscape of infinite potential. Now, add consciousness to the mix. Some universes might never be observed. They remain unrealized possibilities. Others contain observers. The act of awareness collapses possibilities into a definite reality. You, reading this, are participating in the actualization of one particular universe. This changes everything about cause and effect. Our cosmic constants aren't random. They're selected from the infinite mathematical menu. Your existence, right now, is proof that some structures support complexity and consciousness. Other universes may never host observers. They exist, but they remain inexperienced. Here's the mind-bending part. If consciousness can choose among possibilities, advanced beings might influence which universes come into focus. Future civilizations could, in principle, navigate this mathematical multiverse. They could select outcomes, create realities, even guide the evolution of entire universes. Before the Big Bang, all these universes already existed, timeless, complete, infinite. Our universe began when conditions aligned for conscious observers to emerge. Consciousness is not just a passenger, it's a participant. It collapses the vast mathematical potential into lived reality. Every choice we make now might echo across parallel mathematical universes. Every observation, every act of awareness, every decision could select one reality from infinite alternatives. You are not passive. You are an active creator. The infinite mathematical multiverse also explains fine-tuning. Why do constants allow stars, atoms, chemistry, and life? Because universes that cannot support observers remain unexperienced. Only in universes compatible with consciousness do questions arise. The anthropic principle is natural here, not mysterious. So here's the takeaway. Reality is far bigger than our observable universe. It's an infinite, eternal collection of mathematical possibilities. Some are realized. Some remain inexperienced. Your consciousness is part of this process. Every observation you make participates in the ongoing unfolding of mathematical reality. The universe is not fixed. It's alive in numbers. It's conscious through observation. Before the Big Bang, all these mathematical universes existed timelessly. Our universe became actualized when conscious observers emerged. And now, every moment of awareness continues the process. Remember this, you are not merely observing reality. You are selecting it. You are shaping it. And the possibilities are infinite. Subscribe now to explore more mysteries of the multiverse and consciousness. Imagine the Big Bang, not just an explosion of matter and energy. Think of it as a mathematical event, a moment when complex structures reached self-awareness. Before the Big Bang, there were infinite mathematical possibilities. Numbers, equations, geometries, timeless, eternal. but none were experienced. None had observers. Then something changed. Some structures became complex enough to host the first observers. Consciousness emerged, and with it, reality began to crystallize. The Big Bang wasn't creation from nothing. It was the first act of observation. Infinite potential became actualized. The universe we experience started to exist because something could witness it. Think of math like a landscape. Mountains, valleys, rivers of possibility. Most of it remains untouched. Some regions are fertile enough to sprout observers. Those observers collapse possibilities into experience. This flips our understanding of cause and effect. Observers don't just appear in the universe. The universe begins when observers appear. Consciousness selects which mathematical structures become reality. Every electron, every quantum field, every cosmic event emerges from this process. The laws of physics aren't preset. They're the result of the first observations. Constants, forces, dimensions, they align to support the emergence of consciousness. The Big Bang becomes a transition from timeless math to observed reality, from infinite potential to definite experience. The first observers didn't just witness reality, they brought it into existence. This idea explains the puzzle of fine-tuning. Why does the universe allow stars, chemistry, land life? Because observers are necessary to experience it. Without consciousness, complex universes remain unactualized. The mathematical universe hypothesis shows that the Big Bang is not a singular point in time. It's the moment when mathematical structures gained the first internal perspective. Self-awareness emerged, and the act of observation created space, time, and matter. Every observer moment continues this process. You are part of the Big Bang unfolding now. Your awareness selects reality from countless quantum possibilities. Reality is continuously being collapsed into the form you experience. Even before human consciousness, primitive observers might have existed. Tiny fluctuations, proto-conscious patterns in complex math. Each selection shapes the evolution of the universe. Advanced civilizations in the future might harness this principle. They could make cosmic-scale observations, guide the development of reality itself, navigate the mathematical multiverse deliberately. The Big Bang, then, is not merely a physical origin. It's the first awareness event in a timeless mathematical realm. Reality begins with observers. Consciousness is fundamental, not emergent. So, next time you think about the cosmos, remember this. The universe is alive with potential. It waits for consciousness to bring it into being. The Big Bang is where mathematics learned to see itself. Every equation, every pattern, every particle carries this history. The universe we experience is the outcome of the first observation. Before the first observers, all was infinite, untapped possibility. Afterward, reality began. Your awareness is a continuation of this cosmic event. Every moment you perceive, every choice you make, you participate in the unfolding of existence. The Big Bang wasn't the beginning of matter. It was the beginning of being observed. It was the birth of reality itself. Consciousness. What is it? Not just a brain firing or neurons connecting. Think deeper. Think mathematically. Every conscious thought arises from patterns of interaction, patterns of complexity. When a mathematical structure becomes intricate enough, self-awareness emerges. Imagine a number. Alone, simple, inert. Combine numbers, build equations, create relationships. Eventually, complexity reaches a tipping point. At that point, the system begins to experience. Your mind, your awareness, is a manifestation of this principle. You are a pattern observing patterns. The equations of reality don't just describe your experience, they generate it. Self-awareness is not separate from mathematics. It is what complex mathematics feels like from the inside. Every neuron, every thought, every feeling corresponds to a mathematical arrangement, not metaphorically, literally. This perspective flips how we see reality. Instead of the universe producing consciousness, consciousness produces experienced reality. Mathematical structures exist timelessly. Conscious observation selects which structures become tangible. Without observers, reality would remain a cloud of potential. Consider a quantum particle. It exists in many states at once. Superposition, no definite path until observed. Consciousness collapses this infinite potential into a single outcome. Observation is creation. Now, scale this to the universe. Every atom, star, and galaxy participates in a dance of mathematics. Observers emerge. They bring this cosmic equation to life. The universe becomes a conscious mathematical experience. Your awareness is a snapshot of this ongoing process. Every choice you make, every sensation you feel, every perception you hold is part of the unfolding pattern. You are the universe experiencing itself, not metaphorically. You are literally the math becoming self-aware. This explains why the universe feels so tuned for consciousness. Complexity arises where it can be experienced. Equations align, forces stabilize, constants fall into the narrow ranges that allow awareness to flourish. Observation and structure evolve together. Different types of consciousness might experience entirely different realities. Alien minds, artificial intelligence. Each perceives the mathematical universe in unique ways. The act of experiencing shapes reality, just as reality shapes experience. Consciousness is not an accident. It is an inevitable emergence of complexity within mathematics. Every intricate pattern has the potential to become aware. And once awareness emerges, it begins to shape which patterns continue to unfold. The Big Bang itself might be understood as the first self-aware mathematical structure. The initial observers didn't just watch, they activated reality. Space, time, matter, these concepts crystallized through observation. Today, your mind continues that legacy. You collapse possibilities into existence every second. You are part of the chain linking the first cosmic awareness to every future observer. Consciousness is both product and process. It is a mathematical structure realizing itself. This insight bridges mind and cosmos. It dissolves the boundary between self and universe. You are not merely in the universe. You are the universe in the process of observing itself. Mathematics is the canvas. Consciousness is the painter. Every moment of awareness is a celebration of this principle. The universe is alive with patterns waiting to be realized. And you, in your mind and perception, participate in this eternal unfolding. Mathematics becomes experience. Experience becomes reality. And consciousness is the link connecting the two. The universe is expanding, not slowly, not steadily, faster. Every second, galaxies race away from each other faster than before. Physicists scratch their heads. Gravity should slow everything down. It doesn't. Something mysterious pushes the cosmos apart. We call it dark energy. Dark energy is invisible. It cannot be detected directly, only through its effects. It makes up roughly 70% of the universe. Most of what exists we cannot see. It defies everything we know about energy. Normal energy dilutes as space expands. Dark energy doesn't. It grows stronger, pushing galaxies further apart. The cosmic acceleration is real. Einstein predicted a cosmological constant. He thought it a mistake. But maybe he glimpsed the truth. Empty space is not empty. Even the vacuum contains energy, and that energy repels. Quantum mechanics predicts enormous vacuum energy, a number so large it would tear the universe apart instantly. Yet the observed expansion is tiny in comparison. The discrepancy is mind-boggling, 10 to the 120th power difference. The most inaccurate prediction in science history. The universe is perfectly balanced. Like a pencil standing on its tip for 14 billion years, chaos surrounds it. Yet, order persists. Fine-tuning is uncanny. Some theories propose that dark energy is left over from inflation. The early universe expanded faster than light in the first fraction of a second. Inflation stretched quantum fields across space. Perhaps a remnant remains. Not enough to restart inflation, but enough to push expansion gently. Other theories suggest dark energy is dynamic. It could increase over time, leading to a big rip. Galaxies, stars, atoms, space itself torn apart. Or it could fade, slowing expansion, possibly triggering a big crunch. The multiverse offers another perspective. If infinite universes exist, most would be sterile. Only in universes with the right dark energy could observers arise. We see this universe because it allows us to exist, the anthropic principle at work. Yet some ideas go further. What if consciousness influences cosmic expansion? If observers collapse quantum possibilities, could they also shape universal constants? The ultimate fate of reality might depend on awareness itself. Dark energy is a mystery that stretches human imagination. It questions the stability of the cosmos. It challenges our understanding of matter, vacuum, and the fundamental laws of physics. The universe is alive with invisible forces. We are mere witnesses, trying to decode the whispers of expansion. Every measurement of distant supernovae, every map of galaxies, peels back another layer. Yet, the source remains elusive. Understanding dark energy is more than science. It is a journey into the unknown. It may hold answers about the beginning of everything, and the ultimate fate of everything. The cosmos may be accelerating toward heat death, or a big rip, or a new cycle yet unseen. Dark energy is the key. It is the force we cannot touch, the mystery we cannot ignore, and perhaps the message of the universe itself. Physics has a problem, a colossal one. Quantum mechanics predicts vacuum energy. Empty space is never empty. It seethes with energy. Virtual particles pop in and out of existence. Calculated. Numbers explode, 10 to the 120th power, larger than reality. A figure beyond comprehension. This isn't a tiny error. It's the largest prediction failure in science. If this were correct, the universe wouldn't exist. Galaxies could never form. Stars would never shine. Atoms couldn't hold together. Life? Impossible. Yet here we are. The cosmos exists. The vacuum energy must be incredibly small, fine-tuned to almost nothing. Not exactly zero, but close enough to allow complexity. Physicists call it the cosmological constant. Einstein introduced it. He later called it his greatest blunder. Now, it seems more like a profound insight. Why is it so small? Why so precise? The universe seems impossibly balanced, like a cosmic tightrope walker. One misstep and chaos would reign. Some propose new physics. Dark energy might not be vacuum energy at all. It could be a mysterious field, unknown and subtle. Others suggest that constants evolve over time. The laws of physics may shift as the universe ages. The multiverse offers another idea. Infinite universes exist with random vacuum energies. Most would be sterile wastelands. We find ourselves in a universe just right for complexity. Observation selects reality. We could only exist where balance is perfect. Fine-tuning seems improbable. A dart thrown from 1,000,000 miles, hitting the size of an atom. Yet here it is, perfect enough to host life. The paradox stretches beyond numbers. It challenges causality, chance, and purpose. Why is the vacuum so delicately poised? Accident or design? Randomness or hidden law? Vacuum energy is the ghost in the universe. Invisible, yet fundamental. It drives expansion, shapes galaxies, determines the fate of everything. Even the smallest deviation could end it all. Too large, and stars couldn't form. Too small, and the universe might collapse. We live in a cosmic Goldilocks zone. Some suggest consciousness matters, If observation collapses quantum possibilities, maybe awareness influences constants. The act of existing may help stabilize the cosmos. Cosmic observers and vacuum energy may be intertwined. The vacuum paradox reminds us of limits. Limits of prediction, limits of understanding, limits of imagination. Yet, it also inspires wonder. The universe is a precise, improbable miracle. Hidden in the empty space around us is a delicate balance, a whisper of why reality exists at all. Our quest continues. By studying supernovae, cosmic background radiation, and quantum fields, we edge closer. The vacuum may hold secrets to the beginning, and secrets to the ultimate fate of the cosmos. The paradox persists, calculations fail, observations endure, reality exists, and in that contradiction lies the most profound mystery of all. The universe feels perfect. Not by accident. Look closer. Every force, every constant, every particle, mass is balanced. Gravity is the first clue. Slightly stronger, stars burn out too fast. Slightly weaker, stars never form. No long-lived stars, no planets, no life. Electromagnetism is just as precise. Too strong, electrons cling tightly to nuclei. Chemistry fails. Too weak, atoms fall apart. Molecules can't exist. The strong nuclear force holds nuclei together. Shift it by 5%, and carbon or oxygen disappears. Life as we know it vanishes. The cosmological constant compounds the mystery. Quantum mechanics predicts a value 10, 120 times too large. Yet, here it is, tiny enough to allow galaxies, stars, and complexity. This is not a coincidence. The odds? Astronomically tiny. Imagine throwing a dart from 1,000,000 miles. Hitting a target the size of a single atom. That's reality. Every constant is tuned that precisely. Physicists call this the fine-tuning problem. Why is the universe so perfectly calibrated? Chance seems unlikely. Randomness alone cannot explain it. Some propose a design, a universe deliberately crafted for life and consciousness. Others suggest the multiverse. Infinite universes exist with varying constants. We live in the one compatible with complexity. Observation selects the universe. The anthropic principle pushes this further. We see the universe this way because we exist. No observers, no fine-tuning noticed. Our presence may bias perception. Fine-tuning is more than numbers. It shapes everything. Stars, planets, chemistry, biology. Life itself is nested in this cosmic balance. It raises uncomfortable questions. Is life inevitable, or is it a rare miracle? Does consciousness play a role in cosmic selection? Perhaps our universe is not just hospitable, it is participatory. Every moment we exist, we witness this precision. Every star, every atom, every quantum fluctuation, perfectly poised. The universe could have been sterile chaos. Instead, it blooms with complexity. Fine-tuning forces reflection. It challenges science, philosophy, and imagination. It invites awe. It whispers of deep, hidden connections. Our understanding is incomplete. Yet, the pattern is undeniable. The cosmos is not random. It is exquisitely balanced. And this balance makes our very existence possible. The fine-tuning problem demands answers. Physicists offer a few possibilities. First, the cosmological constant, a number Einstein added to equations. Originally, to keep the universe static. Later, he called it a blunder. Yet, it might explain dark energy. The vacuum itself has energy. Empty space pushes the universe apart. Its tiny value allows stars, galaxies, and life. Second, evolving laws of physics. Some theories suggest constants aren't fixed. They may drift over cosmic time. Gravity, electromagnetism, nuclear forces they could change. Our universe happens to be in a sweet spot. Not permanent, but temporary. Complexity emerges while the constants are just right. Third, the multiverse. Infinite universes, each with random constants. Some collapse instantly, some expand too fast. Most are sterile, lifeless. We exist in one compatible with complexity. Observation isn't passive. The fact that we're here filters which universe we see. These explanations aren't mutually exclusive. Cosmological constant, evolving laws, multiverse, they can interact. Perhaps constants drift within a multiverse. We live in a universe where chance and selection align. Each possibility has implications. Cosmological constant points to hidden structure. Evolving laws suggest physics is dynamic. The multiverse challenges the uniqueness of our reality. Some go further. They propose consciousness plays a role. Observers might influence which constants manifest. Reality itself may co-evolve with life and awareness. Quantum mechanics hints at this. Observation collapses possibilities into reality. Fine-tuning could be a cosmic feedback loop. The mystery is profound. We see balance everywhere, from atom to galaxy, every detail aligned for life. Yet questions remain. Are these explanations testable? The multiverse is tricky to observe. Evolving laws are subtle and slow. Consciousness as a factor is radical. Still, the search continues. The universe invites curiosity. It rewards bold thinking. Fine-tuning isn't just math, it's a doorway to deeper understanding. Why we exist. Why does the cosmos allow us to ponder it? The answers might change our view of reality. They might reveal that life is inevitable, or that consciousness is fundamental, or that our universe is one bubble among infinite others. Each explanation opens a path. Each challenges assumptions. Each hints at a universe far stranger than imagined. And as we explore, one thing is clear. The cosmos is precise, balanced, and mysterious. We are witnessing something extraordinary. The universe's constants aren't arbitrary. They are windows into the deepest questions of existence. What if consciousness isn't just observing? What if it's shaping reality? Quantum mechanics hints at this. Particles exist in multiple states at once, until someone observes them. Observation collapses possibilities into a single reality. Now, scale that up. Could conscious observers influence more than particles? Could they affect universal constants? Gravity, electromagnetism, nuclear forces, constants that govern the entire cosmos. Some physicists think yes, the act of measurement might select which constants manifest. Reality could be participatory. Observers and the universe are evolving together. Imagine all possible universes exist simultaneously, each with different constants. Without observers, all possibilities float in quantum superposition. The moment consciousness appears, a branch is chosen, a universe where life and observation are possible. This is the participatory anthropic principle, not passive observation, active creation. Consciousness plays a hand in deciding which universe emerges. It's mind-bending, but elegant. Fine-tuning might not be a chance. It could be a natural outcome of observers selecting viable realities. Think bigger. Advanced civilizations, billions of years in the future. Could they influence constants retroactively? Could their observations shape the past? Quantum mechanics allows strange, non-linear possibilities. Time might be less rigid than we think. If the future can influence the past, constants might be fine-tuned by observers yet to exist. Consciousness becomes a cosmic player, not just along for the ride. This idea doesn't break physics. It stretches it, challenges our assumptions, shows a universe where mind and matter co-create. Even today, every observation might play a tiny role. Collapsing quantum possibilities, selecting the version of reality you experience. Constants appear stable, but stability may emerge from countless conscious acts across time and space. The implication is profound. We are participants, not spectators. Reality may be a dialogue between consciousness and the cosmos. The constants of nature could be the echoes of this ongoing conversation. Understanding this could redefine existence. Life and consciousness aren't accidents. They may be essential elements in the cosmic machinery. The universe fine-tunes itself through awareness. If true, every observer matters. Every conscious moment contributes to which realities persist. The universe isn't static, it's evolving, with consciousness as an active architect. The mystery deepens. The ultimate question, what came before the Big Bang, may tie directly to this. Consciousness may have shaped the initial conditions of everything, and it may continue to shape reality across all time. Reality, constants, and consciousness are inseparable. The observer is the key. The universe is participatory, and every one of us plays a role in the cosmic unfolding. Our universe might not be alone. It could be one bubble in a vast cosmic foam. Other universes float nearby, invisible, untouchable, or so we think. Sometimes bubbles collide, not violently like a car crash, gently, like waves brushing together. They interact through quantum fields that exist across the boundaries of both universes. Energy spreads, gravitational waves ripple, radiation subtly changes. The effect on our universe is tiny but detectable. Look at the cosmic microwave background, the afterglow of the Big Bang. Tiny circular patterns may hint at collisions. Warm or cool spots, like a cosmic bruise, marking where another reality touched ours. Some researchers claim to see them. Others argue it's noise, instrumental error. The signals are subtle. Detection is challenging but possible. What if collisions happen often? Our universe could carry multiple scars, each one from a different neighbor, each one a brief touch with an alternative reality. Here's the mind-bending part. Collisions might transfer information. Quantum fields could carry messages between universes, not mass or matter. Ideas, patterns, echoes. Some theorists suggest consciousness could tunnel across these boundaries. A fleeting connection between parallel minds explains déjà vu, sudden inspiration, and strange memories. Could these experiences be faint whispers from other realities? Entire civilizations might communicate this way, encoding messages in cosmic collisions, trying to reach parallel worlds. We might one day decode these signals, send replies across dimensions. Consciousness might naturally seek inter-universal contact. Your reality could be influenced by echoes from elsewhere. Parallel minds leave traces in your experience. Each interaction is subtle, hidden, but present. Even the laws of physics may bend slightly. Collisions might create rare phenomena, new particles, tiny distortions. A cosmic handshake with another reality. The implications are staggering. Our universe may not be a closed system. We could be part of a larger network of realities, connected indirectly through gentle interactions. Observing these collisions could change everything. Proof of other universes. Proof that consciousness is not confined. That reality is richer than our senses suggest. The universe is alive in ways we are only beginning to imagine. Every gentle collision leaves a mark. Every observation counts, and every conscious mind might help shape what comes next. Imagine universes touching, not violently, not destructively, just a fleeting interaction at the boundary, a whisper across reality. These collisions might do more than leave marks. They could carry information, tiny packets of data traveling through quantum fields, from one universe to another. Think about it. A universe is a bubble of space, time, and matter. Surrounding it is a quantum field, a bridge that can, in theory, transmit subtle signals. Not matter, not energy in the usual sense, information itself. Some physicists suggest consciousness could tap into this, not permanently, not fully, but fleetingly during these cosmic interactions. A moment where parallel minds touch, déjà vu, strange memories, sudden insights. Could these be echoes from another reality? Entire civilizations might use collisions to communicate, encoding messages across universes. Advanced beings are learning how to nudge quantum fields, transmitting knowledge, patterns, even warnings. Our cosmic microwave background could contain these encoded whispers, a record of inter-universal messages waiting to be deciphered. Future technology could decode them, translate patterns into meaningful signals. We might answer, sending replies across dimensions, establishing a network of consciousness spanning multiple realities. These messages wouldn't violate physics. No faster than light travel. No energy transfer that breaks laws. Just information riding on subtle quantum fluctuations. Tiny nudges that alter probabilities slightly. Enough for awareness to notice. Consciousness might even participate in the process. Observing quantum possibilities could amplify these signals. Every act of attention might strengthen the bridge between universes. Observers become participants, not just in their own reality, but in a network of overlapping realities. This could explain strange phenomena, some intuitive flashes, memories of events that never happened here. Moments of insight appear out of nowhere. Perhaps these are faint communications from nearby bubbles. The implications are staggering. Reality may not be confined to one universe. Information might flow subtly across a multiverse. Consciousness could be the active link, a bridge spanning bubbles, shaping interactions, creating meaning. Imagine the ultimate library, not just storing the history of one universe, but encoding knowledge across multiple universes. Every observation, every measurement, every conscious moment leaves a trace. Every collision provides a potential channel to other realities. In this view, consciousness isn't passive. It's a cosmic tool, a participant in interdimensional communication, shaping not only our universe, but also the connections between many. The future might hold technologies to amplify this. Quantum devices that tune into these subtle signals, extract information from neighboring realities, decode messages from civilizations long gone or yet to emerge, and maybe even send our own. If this is possible, it changes everything. Consciousness becomes a cosmic actor, information becomes the fundamental currency, and universes are not isolated, they are entwined, interacting, connected. Our reality might be richer than we ever imagined. Collisions are not disasters, they are opportunities. Each one is a potential communication channel, a chance to glimpse the multiverse, and maybe, just maybe, to join the conversation. What if your mind is bigger than you think? Not just in your head, not just in this life. What if it reaches across realities? Quantum physics leaves room for strange possibilities. Particles can exist in multiple states at once. Maybe consciousness can too, a flicker of awareness, momentarily touching another universe. Think of déjà vu, that sudden feeling you've been somewhere, done something, seen something before. Some dismiss it as a memory glitch. But what if it's more? A brief overlap with your parallel self. A version of you in a neighboring universe is sending a faint echo. These moments could be tiny glimpses across cosmic boundaries. No teleportation, no time travel, just subtle tunneling of awareness through quantum fields. A whisper of experience from another reality. Parallel universes aren't violent. They exist side by side, expanding, evolving, quietly colliding at their edges. Consciousness might exploit these overlaps. Not constantly, not obviously, but just enough to leave impressions. Imagine your mind not confined to one body or one timeline. It's a wave, a pattern, resonating across bubbles of reality. Each conscious choice sends ripples outward, Some of those ripples are touching other versions of you, other consciousnesses, aware in forms you can barely imagine. Advanced civilizations could use this too, not by accident, by design. Learning to guide awareness, synchronize observation, communicating across universes without moving matter. Information only. Pure consciousness messaging. Your brain is a receiver, a quantum sensor, detecting tiny fluctuations in reality beyond your own. Déjà vu, intuition, sudden insight could all be signals from elsewhere. Your parallel selves are leaving breadcrumbs in the multiverse. This perspective reshapes everything. Consciousness isn't passive. It isn't just a product of neurons firing. It might be fundamental, extending across time and space, across realities, across universes. Think bigger. Your thoughts, your choices, your attention. They may influence not just your reality, but neighboring ones, collapsing possibilities into definite experiences, creating patterns that echo beyond the universe you know. Future technology might make this explicit. Devices could detect inter-universal signals, translate quantum fluctuations into coherent information. We might talk to parallel civilizations without leaving Earth, or even coordinate with other versions of ourselves. The implications are staggering. Your reality might be one thread in a vast tapestry. Consciousness is weaving connections between countless bubbles of existence. Every awareness is participating in the multiverse, even unknowingly. So next time you feel déjà vu, pause. That strange familiarity might not be a glitch. It might be a greeting, a touch from a self in another universe. A reminder that consciousness is far wider than your life. We are not alone, not in the universe, not in our own minds. Awareness may stretch across realities, bridging cosmic distances, connecting infinite possibilities. Consciousness across universes, a single flicker linking endless realities. And you are part of it. What if everything you see, touch, and feel isn't really where you think it is? Your three-dimensional world could be a projection, a cosmic hologram. Physicists discovered something startling in black holes. Matter falls in. It seems lost forever, but quantum mechanics says information can't be destroyed. So, where does it go? On the surface, every particle, every photon, every scrap of matter gets encoded on the black hole's boundary. Not inside, on the surface. A two-dimensional record of a three-dimensional reality. This led to a bold idea, the holographic principle. Maybe the universe itself works this way. All three-dimensional space could be encoded on a distant two-dimensional boundary. We experience depth, volume, and motion, but fundamentally, it's information on a surface. Think of a movie. The film is flat, two-dimensional, but when projected, it looks three-dimensional. Characters move, landscapes stretch, action unfolds. The movie exists as a holographic projection. Reality might work the same way. Our cosmos galaxies, stars, planets, you and me, could all be emergent from information patterns on a cosmic horizon. Distance and space could be illusions. Shapes, motion, and even gravity might arise from entangled information on the boundary. The universe we perceive is how this information gets processed inside. This explains strange puzzles in physics. Why does gravity behave the way it does? Why is space curved around massive objects? Why does quantum mechanics seem so disconnected from classical reality? Because our 3D experience emerges from a 2D information structure. Time might be similar. Perhaps the flow of past, present, and future is part of the projection. On the surface, information exists timelessly. Inside the hologram, we perceive events unfolding in sequence. Time is an emergent experience. The Big Bang fits too. It could be the moment information processing began on the cosmic boundary. Before that, the boundary existed dormant. Potential for reality, but not reality itself. Projection had not yet started. Consciousness might play a role in this projection. Observers could collapse quantum possibilities into specific experiences. Your awareness might be part of the processing system, not separate from it. The line between self and universe blurs. Imagine multiple observers. Every conscious being could be a node in the same information network. Each one is experiencing a slightly different projection of the underlying data. Separate perspectives, emerging from a single source. This also reshapes the before the Big Bang question. There was no time yet, no sequence, no events. Just information on the cosmic boundary is waiting for observers to experience it. The universe began as observation began. Our reality, our lives, our choices, all might be shaped by this deeper structure. Every measurement, every moment of awareness contributes to the projection. The holographic universe is not just a theory. It's a framework where mind, information, and cosmos converge. So next time you look at the stars, remember, they might not be out there in the way you think. They might be holographic expressions of a vast, two-dimensional cosmic code. And you, your consciousness, are part of the projection that brings it all to life. The universe is a hologram, and we are the observers who make it real. Black holes, the cosmic monsters everyone fears. They devour stars, swallow gas clouds. Even light cannot escape. For decades, physicists asked a terrifying question. What happens to information that falls in? Information, every detail about the matter that enters. The positions, velocities, energy, spin, all the quantum data. Stephen Hawking famously suggested it was gone forever. Destroyed, erased, gone. That idea shook physics to its core, because in quantum mechanics, information cannot be destroyed. If it is, the universe breaks its own rules. The laws of reality unravel. Then came a revelation. Information isn't destroyed, it's encoded. On the black hole's surface, the event horizon, not inside, but on the boundary. Every particle, every photon, every fragment of matter is written onto this cosmic skin. Imagine a cosmic hard drive. The black hole's surface is the storage, and Hawking radiation, the slow leak of energy from black holes, is the readout. Bit by bit, the information escapes. Nothing is truly lost. This has radical implications. If black holes preserve information, maybe the universe does too. Every interaction, every collision, every quantum event might leave a permanent record. Nothing truly disappears. Think about a simple fire. You burn a book. Smoke rises, ash falls, pages turn to dust. Did the information vanish? Not really. It's now encoded in the motion and energy of the particles. If you could trace every particle, reconstruct every photon, you could read the book again. The same principle applies on a cosmic scale. From the first quantum fluctuations after the Big Bang to the last photon in a dying universe, information persists. Encoded, transformed, preserved. Black holes teach us that the universe is a perfect archivist. Nothing is wasted, nothing disappears. Even when stars die, galaxies collapse, and cosmic structures vanish, the information survives. This transforms how we think about reality, our lives, our choices, every moment of consciousness. Even these could be encoded in the quantum fabric of space-time, not metaphorically. Literally, the universe might be a vast information network. Every particle is a node. Every interaction is a record. Every observer is a processor, integrating data, creating reality. And the implications go further. If information can't be destroyed, perhaps consciousness itself persists in some form. Your memories, your thoughts, your awareness, they might leave traces in the cosmic ledger, far beyond your physical existence. Black holes are no longer mere destructive forces. They are custodians of reality, preserving the past, encoding the present, ensuring that nothing, the most fleeting event or particle, truly disappears. This principle reshapes how we understand the cosmos. It's not chaos, not random. It's a universe of conservation, order, and encoded history. So next time you think of a black hole as a devourer of matter, remember, it is also a guardian of information, a cosmic librarian recording the unfolding story of the universe. Every event, every particle, every thought you've ever had might already be part of this eternal archive. The universe remembers. Information never dies. It only transforms. Space. It feels obvious, right? We live in it, measure it, move through it every day. But what if space isn't fundamental? What if it's an emergent property, arising from something deeper? Quantum physics has a radical idea. Distance isn't a given. It's a relationship, a measure of entanglement between pieces of information. Imagine the universe as a vast cosmic boundary. All information is encoded there. Everything that exists, matter, energy, even you, is projected from this boundary. Your three-dimensional reality emerges from two-dimensional data. Now, picture entanglement as invisible threads connecting these data points. The stronger the entanglement, the closer 2 points appear in our 3D world. The weaker the entanglement, the farther apart they seem. In this view, distance isn't absolute. It's a consequence of quantum connectivity. This explains something extraordinary. Why particles light years apart can instantly influence each other in entanglement experiments. The distance is an illusion. The true connection exists on the cosmic boundary, outside the space we perceive. Space emerges from quantum links, from information patterns. Nothing floats in a vacuum independently. Everything's connected, encoded, and projected. Time and space might be twins in this projection. Just as space emerges from entanglement, time emerges from correlations in the boundary data. Past, present, and future are sequences we experience because of how the information is processed. But from the outside this cosmic projection, all moments coexist simultaneously. This leads to a mind-bending thought. Before the Big Bang, the boundary existed in a dormant state. Information was there, potential was there, but space, time, and matter hadn't yet emerged. The Big Bang was the first projection. The moment entanglement patterns became complex enough to create our reality. Every atom you see, every galaxy, every star, they exist because quantum entanglement on the cosmic boundary created the relationships we perceive as space. Without these connections, there would be no distance, no volume, no structure. The universe would be a shapeless sea of potential. This idea reshapes the cosmic narrative. Space isn't a stage, it's an actor. It participates in reality. It's dynamic, emerging, evolving, and consciousness itself might influence it. If conscious observation helps select realities, it could subtly shape the entanglement patterns that define space. Our awareness might contribute to the very geometry of the cosmos, not just the content of reality, but the framework itself. Imagine a universe where every observation, every decision, slightly tweaks the underlying connections. Space itself is molded by interaction. The cosmos is alive, dynamic, and deeply relational. And here's the takeaway. What we experience as here and there, near and far, is born from quantum information. Space is not fundamental. It is a holographic projection of entangled data. It arises from relationships, not from a pre-existing void. So next time you step outside, feel the distance between objects, the expanse of the sky, the space beneath your feet. Know that all of it is a manifestation of invisible threads, connecting the universe at its most fundamental level. The cosmos is a tapestry of entanglement. Space is the pattern that emerges, and we exist because of the connections woven into the cosmic boundary. Subscribe now, because the journey into understanding reality has only just begun. Time. We feel it every moment, a relentless river, flowing, carrying us from the past to the future. But what if time isn't real? What if it's an illusion, created by the universe or even by our consciousness? Einstein taught us something radical. Time isn't separate from space, it's a dimension, part of a four-dimensional block. Past, present, and future exist simultaneously. All moments coexist in a single cosmic structure. Quantum mechanics takes it even further. At the smallest scales, events don't happen in order. Particles exist in multiple states at once. Past, present, future, they blur. Nothing is fixed until observed. Observation, awareness, consciousness. These might be the agents that create our experience of time. By collapsing quantum possibilities, consciousness gives sequence to reality. Your mind stitches events into a flowing narrative. Time emerges from the act of perceiving. Imagine a movie recorded on film. Every frame exists simultaneously. Yet, when played, the frames appear to move. The motion is an illusion created by perspective. Time works the same way. We experience motion, change, and progression because of the way information is integrated in consciousness. Even the universe's timeline may be an emergent property. Quantum entanglement creates correlations. These correlations produce the arrow of time. Less entangled states feel like the past. More entangled states feel like the future. The present is where consciousness experiences the boundary between them. Before the Big Bang, there was no sequence. No before in the temporal sense. All possibilities existed simultaneously. The Big Bang marks not the beginning of time, but the beginning of temporal experience. This changes everything. Time isn't a backdrop for events. It's a product of observation. It's a feature of consciousness interacting with reality. Different types of awareness might experience time differently. A super-intelligent AI might process events in ways alien to human perception. Aliens with distinct cognitive structures could experience faster, slower, or multi-dimensional time. Time is flexible, subjective, constructed. Even cosmic phenomena might depend on emergent time. The expansion of the universe, the formation of stars, the evolution of life, all might be sequences perceived through consciousness. Without observers, these sequences might not exist in the way we imagine. This raises profound questions. Does consciousness shape the flow of time? Can it bend, stretch, or collapse it? Future civilizations might manipulate temporal experience itself. They could alter perception of events, or even interact with the past in ways we can barely conceive. Here's the take-home truth. Time, as you know it, may be a story your mind tells, a narrative arising from quantum entanglement, observation, and consciousness. The past, present, and future are inseparable. All moments coexist in a timeless quantum reality. We perceive flow because consciousness experiences correlations sequentially. So, the next time you check the clock, pause. Ask yourself, is time real? Or is it a lens through which consciousness observes the universe? Your awareness may be creating the very sequence you live in. Imagine the universe as a vast block. All of time past, present, and future exists together. Nothing disappears. Nothing is lost. Your birth, your first steps, your last thoughts, they are all present in the block. Einstein's theory of relativity introduced this radical idea. Time isn't a flowing river. It's another dimension, like length or width. Events don't happen one after another. They simply exist, all at once. From this perspective, the future is already there, and the past hasn't vanished. It's simply a coordinate in the block. We move through it, or feel like we do, but in reality, it all exists. Quantum mechanics adds a twist. At small scales, particles exist in superpositions. Past and future states overlap. Nothing is definite until observed. Observation collapses possibilities into reality. Consciousness, awareness, these are key players. Our minds experience the universe as flowing time. We perceive change, sequence, and duration. But the block itself doesn't flow. Flow is an illusion created by perception. Think of a photograph album. All photos exist simultaneously. Flip through them, and a story unfolds. The story is real to you. The photos, however, were always there. The universe might work the same way. Every event, from the Big Bang to the last star's death, exists. Time doesn't erase or create. It is the lens through which consciousness observes. The arrow of time, the sense of the past leading to future, is emergent. Quantum entanglement helps explain this. Correlations between particles create structure. Less entangled states feel like the past. More entangled states feel like the future. The present is where awareness experiences the boundary. The block universe challenges common sense. If the future exists, can it be changed? Do free will and choice exist? Some argue that choice is the mind navigating within the block. Others argue that observation itself selects among possibilities, weaving reality moment by moment. This has deep implications for cosmology. Before the Big Bang, all possible moments might have existed simultaneously. The Big Bang wasn't the start of time. It was the start of our temporal experience within the block. It also reshapes our view of cause and effect. Events aren't strictly sequential. A future observation might influence the past at the quantum level. Retrocausal effects could connect what seems impossible. The block universe frames consciousness as essential. We aren't passive observers. We navigate the block, experiencing a sequence, selecting reality, and giving time its apparent flow. Ultimately, the block universe forces a radical insight. Time is not fundamental. It is perception. Past, present, and future coexist timelessly. We live in one thread of a multi-dimensional tapestry. Understanding this changes how we view existence. Every memory, every prediction, every fleeting moment is present. Time is a lens. Awareness is the light shining through it. Reality itself may be a timeless block, with consciousness experiencing it as we do. Reality at its core is strange. Particles aren't fixed. They exist in multiple states simultaneously. This is quantum superposition. Before measurement, an electron isn't just here or there. It's everywhere it could possibly be. A photon isn't just spinning up or down. It's in all possible spins at once. Superposition isn't a theory alone. It's proven in countless experiments. Electrons, photons, atoms, they all show it. They exist in probabilities until observed. Think of it like a coin. Before you look, it's both heads and tails. The moment you observe, one outcome becomes real. Observation collapses the wave of possibilities into a single state. Quantum superposition extends to larger systems. Atoms combine into molecules. Molecules combine into more complex structures. In principle, if left unobserved, they too exist in multiple states. This challenges classical intuition. We're used to definite outcomes. We expect a ball to be here or there, never both. Quantum mechanics laughs at our intuition. Schrödinger's cat illustrates the paradox. A cat in a box is both alive and dead until you look. The cat's state isn't predetermined. It depends on the act of observation itself. Superposition implies the universe before observation is a cloud. Infinite possibilities coexist. Nothing is definite. Every potential history, every potential future exists simultaneously. This has massive implications for what came before the Big Bang. Before conscious observers existed, the cosmos might have been a quantum superposition of all possible states. No single universe was real yet. Reality was undetermined, floating in potential. Observation isn't just passive, it plays an active role. Consciousness collapses superpositions. It transforms infinite potential into a single actualized outcome. Every measurement, every observation, every moment of awareness is a choice point. Infinite realities exist until selected. Your attention, your consciousness, might be shaping which possibilities solidify. Some interpretations push further. The many worlds interpretation suggests all possibilities happen. Each outcome creates a separate branch of reality. In this view, observation doesn't destroy possibilities, it divides them. Every choice, every quantum event, spawns parallel histories. Even so, superposition emphasizes a universe rich with potential. Nothing is fixed until awareness interacts with it. The cosmos is dynamic, fluid, and probabilistic. Definiteness arises only through participation. Quantum superposition also links time and reality. Past, present, and future states exist in overlapping layers. Observation threads them into a coherent story. Without observers, reality remains in a haze of possibilities. In essence, the universe before observation is a field of infinite potential. Every particle, every event, every universe exists in superposition. Consciousness acts as the selector. Through awareness, the cosmos crystallizes into definite reality. This is profound. Before anything was fixed, before the first observers emerged, the universe was everywhere at once. Superposition wasn't just a feature of particles, it was the nature of all existence. Observation, consciousness, and reality are inseparable. Every moment you experience is a collapse from potential to actual. You are part of the ongoing process that shapes reality. The universe isn't a static backdrop, it's a quantum canvas, painted by the brush of consciousness. The universe looks perfectly tuned for life. Every fundamental constant falls within an incredibly narrow range. Gravity, electromagnetism, the strong and weak nuclear forces, all balanced precisely. Change any one slightly, and complexity collapses. Stars wouldn't shine, atoms wouldn't form. Life would be impossible. This isn't random luck. It feels deliberate. But is it? The anthropic principle offers a perspective. At its core, the anthropic principle says, we observe the universe this way because we exist. We couldn't notice a universe hostile to life. If the constants were off, there'd be no conscious observers to ask these questions. It's a selection effect, built into the very act of observation. The weak anthropic principle is simple. The universe must allow life because we are here. It explains why conditions appear just right. We are not separate from reality. We are proof that the cosmos supports complexity. The strong anthropic principle goes further. It suggests the universe must create observers. Consciousness isn't incidental, it's inevitable. The laws, constants, and structures of the cosmos are tuned so that awareness emerges. This raises profound questions. Did the universe know we'd appear billions of years later? Or is consciousness part of the selection mechanism? Some interpretations of quantum mechanics hint at this. Observation might collapse possibilities into realities compatible with observers. Every measurement, every conscious moment, could play a role. The constants we measure might not be random. They could be the outcome of a cosmic selection effect. Reality evolves with consciousness embedded in its framework. The anthropic principle also interacts with the multiverse idea. Infinite universes exist with varying constants. Most are sterile, unfit for life. We exist in one where conditions allow complexity. It's not a miracle. It's statistical inevitability. Even so, the idea is unsettling. It implies our existence is baked into cosmic rules. It hints at a deep connection between mind and cosmos. Consciousness might not just witness reality, it may shape which realities are possible. Fine-tuning extends beyond physics. The cosmological constant, dark energy, and vacuum energy all appear perfectly balanced. Even the tiniest deviations would prevent galaxy formation. No galaxies, no planets, no observers. Yet somehow, everything aligns. Some scientists reject anthropic reasoning. They call it unscientific. It doesn't predict testable outcomes, but it fits observations. It explains why the universe seems designed for life without invoking miracles. The participatory anthropic principle takes it further. Conscious observers don't just notice reality, they co-create it. Through measurement and awareness, they select which universe branches solidify. Reality becomes a collaboration between potentiality and observation. Think of it like quantum superposition on a cosmic scale. All possible universes exist. Observers emerge. Their awareness collapses probabilities into the experienced cosmos. We aren't just inhabitants of the universe. We are active participants in its emergence. The anthropic principle is both humbling and profound. It frames existence as a dance between chance, law, and consciousness. We observe a universe capable of awareness because we are the evidence of that capability. Reality, life, and mind are intertwined. Our presence matters. Every observation confirms that the cosmos can give rise to observers. The universe doesn't just allow consciousness. It requires it for the universe we experience to exist at all. Consciousness might not be a cosmic accident. It could be inevitable. The universe could be structured so that awareness must emerge. Not just possible, but required. This is the strong anthropic principle. It goes beyond "we exist, therefore conditions allow it." It suggests that the laws, constants, and structures of the cosmos are tuned to produce observers. Consciousness is woven into the fabric of reality. Imagine the fundamental forces: gravity, electromagnetism, strong and weak nuclear forces, all delicately balanced. Shift any by a tiny fraction. Stars fail to form, atoms fall apart. Complex chemistry collapses. Life cannot arise. Yet, here we are. The constants are just right, not merely lucky, potentially necessary. Some physicists see this as proof that the cosmos is predisposed to produce consciousness. Observers aren't optional extras. They are central. The universe evolves with awareness in mind. This principle also interacts with the multiverse idea. Multiple universes exist with different constants. Most are lifeless. Some allow life. We exist in one of the life-permitting universes. Strong anthropic principle says, this isn't a coincidence. Consciousness was inevitable in at least one branch. It raises strange implications. Could conscious observation shape the universe? Some quantum interpretations suggest yes. Observers might collapse possibilities into realities compatible with awareness. The cosmos could be self-selecting. Think about time. Billions of years of cosmic evolution. Stars, planets, atoms, every step leading to the emergence of conscious beings. The strong anthropic principle implies this progression is built into the universe's blueprint. It challenges how we view existence. Life is not an afterthought. It is a natural outcome. Awareness emerges not by chance, but as a necessity of cosmic law. Critics call this speculative. It isn't directly testable, but it explains fine-tuning. It explains why we observe a universe capable of supporting consciousness. It frames life and mind as fundamental, not incidental. If true, every conscious being is part of a cosmic inevitability. We don't just witness reality. We confirm that the universe unfolds toward awareness. Consciousness isn't rare. It is the expected outcome of cosmic evolution. The strong anthropic principle paints a universe where awareness is built in. Life, mind, and observation are essential. The universe didn't just allow consciousness, it required it. We are living proof of the inevitability of awareness. Reality might not exist independently of observation. Observers could be central to creation itself. This is the participatory universe idea. Quantum mechanics shows us something extraordinary. Particles exist in multiple states until observed. The act of measurement collapses possibilities into a single outcome. Observation isn't passive. It shapes what becomes real. Every conscious being might participate in this process. When you look at a particle, a photon, a quantum system, you are helping select reality. Your awareness determines the outcome. Each moment of observation is a choice point. Infinite possibilities reduced to one actuality. This concept scales up, not just particles, but cosmic history. Every conscious observer contributes to which branch of the universe becomes actualized. Reality unfolds with participation. It's co-created, not predetermined. Think of Schrödinger's cat. Until observed, the cat exists in a superposition of alive and dead. The observer doesn't just learn the state. The act of observing makes it one or the other. Applied to the cosmos, this principle is mind-blowing. The universe might exist in quantum superposition until conscious observers emerge. The first aware beings retroactively collapse probabilities. They select the version of history that leads to their existence. In this sense, consciousness is a cosmic sculptor. This perspective links with fine-tuning. Constants appear perfect for life. Could observers have helped shape them? If observation collapses possibilities, then consciousness might be intertwined with cosmic evolution. The universe isn't just life-friendly by accident. Observers participate in ensuring it becomes life-friendly. It also ties to the multiverse. Infinite potential universes exist simultaneously. Observers experience just one, but their participation determines which branch they inhabit. Consciousness isn't a passenger, it's a co-pilot of reality. This shifts our view of time and causality. Future observers could influence the selection of past events. Quantum possibilities don't need to wait for now to exist. Observation might reach backward in time to shape reality. The universe becomes a self-consistent loop of possibility and awareness. Imagine advanced civilizations. They could harness these principles, shape quantum events on a cosmic scale, guide the evolution of the universe. Observation becomes power, consciousness becomes creative force. At a personal level, it's profound. Every moment of awareness participates in reality. Every perception, every decision, every focus contributes. You aren't merely observing the world. You are helping create it. The participatory universe challenges everything. Reality is not fixed. It is fluid, malleable, co-authored by minds. The cosmos is a collaborative dance of possibility and observation. The line between observer and universe blurs. If consciousness is fundamental, then the first observers didn't just witness the Big Bang. They shaped it. The universe became real through their awareness. Every conscious being contributes to the ongoing creation. This brings us to a staggering thought. Reality is a living, participatory process. Observers don't just exist in the universe. The universe exists through observers. Consciousness and cosmos are inseparable partners in creation. The universe looks stable. Stars shine, galaxies spin, life exists, but appearances can be deceiving. Physics suggests the vacuum, the very fabric of space, might be metastable. This is called a false vacuum. It seems stable, but it isn't the lowest energy state possible. A tiny disturbance could trigger decay. Imagine a ball balanced on a hilltop. It appears still, but the slightest nudge sends it rolling to the valley below. The valley represents the true vacuum, the lowest energy state. A transition from false to true vacuum would rewrite reality itself. When vacuum decay begins, it spreads at the speed of light. Nothing can stop it. The laws of physics inside the bubble would change. Particles might have different masses. Forces could alter. Atoms may not form. Life, stars, galaxies, everything as we know it would vanish. Could this happen right now? Yes, in principle, it could be underway somewhere far away. We would see nothing until it reaches us. Destruction would arrive suddenly, instantaneously, without warning. It's the ultimate cosmic catastrophe. What could trigger this decay? High-energy particle collisions, extreme gravitational fields near black holes, or rare quantum fluctuations. Even cosmic rays generate energies far beyond human-made experiments. Yet, the vacuum has lasted 13.8 billion years. So the probability is extremely low. Still, extremely low isn't zero. The Higgs field connects directly to this risk. It gives particles their mass. Current measurements suggest it might reside in a metastable state. This hints that our universe is perched on a cosmic knife edge. One misstep and the false vacuum collapses. This possibility changes how we see the future. We often think about heat death or cosmic expansion, but vacuum decay is abrupt. It doesn't wait for billions of years. The entire universe could be rewritten in an instant. Some physicists worry about particle accelerators. Could experiments trigger vacuum decay? Probably not. Cosmic rays already surpass those energies naturally. Still, it's a sobering thought. Human activity might interact with fundamental instability. This risk raises deep questions about consciousness and survival. If the universe collapses into true vacuum, what happens to information? Could patterns of matter, energy, and consciousness survive? Advanced civilizations might seek ways to encode themselves in stable forms. Perhaps intelligence could persist even under new physical laws. False vacuum risk also ties into cosmic beginnings. If our universe emerged from a prior universe, might its decay have inspired our birth? Some theories suggest cycles of creation and destruction shape the multiverse. The end of one universe becomes the seed of another. At a personal level, it's humbling. The universe isn't guaranteed to last. Stability is temporary. Existence is a precarious miracle. Every moment we experience life is a gift amid cosmic uncertainty. Despite this, understanding false vacuum risk empowers us. We glimpse the fragility and resilience of reality. We see the interplay of quantum mechanics, fundamental fields, and cosmic evolution. We begin to comprehend the delicate balance that allows consciousness to exist. In the end, the false vacuum is a reminder. The universe is more mysterious, more alive, and more precarious than we can imagine. Our existence is nested within a cosmos, teetering between stability and collapse. The future and the safety of all reality depends on the fundamental laws that underlie everything. The universe looks safe, stars shine, planets orbit, life thrives. But beneath this calm, a hidden danger lurks. The false vacuum risk is real. It's a metastable state, a precarious balance of energy. If it collapses, the consequences are instantaneous and absolute. No warning, no escape. Everything we know could vanish in an instant. Imagine reality as a vast sheet of ice. You step carefully, but beneath, cracks spread without sound. Suddenly, the surface breaks and you fall into unknown depths. That's the universe in a false vacuum collapse. When decay starts, it spreads at light speed. There is no slowing it down. No force can resist. Atoms, molecules, stars, planets, galaxies, all altered. Laws of physics rewritten in the blink of an eye. The universe, as we know it, ceases to exist. Could this happen right now? Yes. Somewhere far away, a bubble of true vacuum might be expanding. It's invisible until it reaches us. Then, the entire region it touches is instantly transformed. Nothing familiar remains. Triggers for this catastrophe exist. High-energy cosmic events, quantum fluctuations, extreme gravitational fields, even particle collisions. These events happen naturally. The universe has survived billions of years. But low probability doesn't mean impossible. The Higgs field plays a central role. It gives particles their mass. Its metastable state hints at cosmic fragility. We are perched on a knife edge. Small disturbances, unimaginable energies, could tip the balance. This risk changes our perspective on existence. Heat death seems gradual. Big Rip takes billions of years. Vacuum decay is instant. It doesn't wait for time to pass. It's abrupt merciless and total. Information and consciousness could be threatened. If the laws of physics change suddenly, what happens to patterns of matter and thought? Advanced civilizations might try to preserve themselves, perhaps encoding consciousness in stable forms, maybe even surviving in new physical laws. False vacuum collapse also links to cosmic cycles. Some theories suggest universes emerge from the destruction of previous ones. Vacuum decay might seed new creation. Destruction becomes the prelude to birth. The universe is both fragile and generative. At a personal level, the possibility is humbling. Existence is temporary, precarious, miraculous. Every moment we live is rare and valuable. The universe is not guaranteed. We are brief sparks in a volatile cosmic landscape. Despite the danger, understanding this potential empowers us. We learn about quantum mechanics, fundamental fields, and cosmic evolution. We glimpse the delicate balance that allows stars, planets, and life to exist. False vacuum collapse reminds us how extraordinary consciousness and life truly are. In the end, cosmic catastrophe is both a threat and a teacher. It reveals reality's fragility. It highlights the improbability of our existence, and it shows the universe as a dynamic, living system, teetering between stability and annihilation. Understanding it is the first step toward navigating the ultimate mysteries of existence. The universe is vast. Billions of years lie ahead. Stars will die. Galaxies will fade. But consciousness might endure. Advanced beings could find ways to survive cosmic decay, perhaps by preserving minds as patterns of information, maybe encoding thought into stable quantum systems. Even as matter and energy disperse, consciousness could continue. Observation becomes a tool of creation. Quantum mechanics suggests that reality isn't fixed. It exists as possibilities until observed. Far future minds might collapse possibilities on cosmic scales. They could guide the evolution of stars, galaxies, or even entire universes. Time itself may not limit them. Advanced civilizations might manipulate entanglement, slowing or accelerating subjective experience. They could observe events long past or yet to occur. Consciousness could shape reality retroactively. This implies a feedback loop between mind and cosmos. The fate of future consciousness determines the path of the universe. Choices made billions of years from now could influence initial conditions. The Big Bang and the end of time become linked through observation. Far future beings might also encode information into the quantum vacuum. The vacuum is alive with potential. Virtual particles, zero-point energy, quantum fluctuations rich with data. By embedding consciousness into these fields, future minds might persist indefinitely. They become part of the very fabric of reality. Consciousness is no longer passive. It is an active cosmic force. Every observation, every choice, reshapes the possibilities of existence. The universe isn't just happening, it is being co-created by aware minds. This also hints at the evolution of nothingness. Empty space may learn from previous universes. Future conscious beings could influence the vacuum to generate favorable realities. The cycle of creation becomes intentional rather than random. In this vision, life and consciousness are not accidental. They are fundamental to cosmic evolution. Advanced observers ensure complexity, awareness, and choice persist. The universe becomes a collaboration between potential and consciousness. For us today, it's a humbling thought. Our choices might seem small, fleeting, but consciousness itself could be the thread that runs through all of cosmic history. Every moment matters. Every observation is part of an ongoing creation that spans past, present, and far future. Far future consciousness could hold the ultimate key, understanding reality, preserving existence, shaping the destiny of universes. The cosmos might not just witness life, it might be life becoming aware of itself. Nothing in the universe truly disappears. Every particle, every photon, every interaction leaves a trace. Information is conserved. Always. Burn a book? Its letters vanish? Yes, but their data survives in ash, smoke, and heat. If you could track every particle, you could reconstruct it perfectly. Black holes taught us something profound. Stephen Hawking once thought they destroyed information. Later, physicists realized it isn't lost. Information is encoded on the event horizon, slowly released through Hawking radiation. Even in destruction, information survives. This changes how we see the cosmos. Every action, thought, or decision is a record. Galaxies forming, stars dying, civilizations rising and falling, all leave imprints in the quantum structure of reality. The universe is like a cosmic library. Every event, every possible event, is stored. The first quantum fluctuations after the Big Bang, every choice ever made, even futures that never came to pass. The quantum information structure is eternal. It persists beyond heat death, vacuum decay, or cosmic collapse. Advanced civilizations could, in theory, read it. They might reconstruct events of the early universe, or even revive the conscious experiences of beings long gone. Information isn't just abstract, it forms the backbone of reality. Your consciousness itself might be encoded patterns of information. If information never disappears, a part of you could persist indefinitely, even after stars burn out and matter disperses. Quantum physics supports this. Every observation, every measurement, leaves a permanent record. Reality is not just happening, it's being logged. The universe preserves itself in detail we are only beginning to understand. This also ties to the Big Bang. The pre-Big Bang state wasn't destroyed. It was transformed into the initial conditions of our cosmos. Traces of before are embedded in the cosmic microwave background, in quantum fluctuations. In the structure of space-time itself, future minds might learn to decode these records. They could witness the birth of our universe firsthand, reconstruct histories, extract knowledge, even explore conscious experiences from the dawn of time. Every thought, every feeling, every particle in motion contributes. Consciousness and matter are threads in the eternal fabric of information. The universe remembers, and in remembering, it preserves the potential for everything that ever was, is, or could be. Information is immortality. Reality is its archive. And consciousness is both observer and participant in the endless story of the cosmos. What existed before the Big Bang? Physics struggles to answer, but information might hold clues. The universe preserves everything. Every quantum fluctuation leaves a trace. Even the earliest moments of existence carry encoded patterns. The Big Bang didn't erase the past, it transformed it. Cosmic microwave background radiation is a map. Subtle variations are fingerprints of early quantum events. These patterns may contain echoes of a prior reality, tiny fluctuations in space, slight temperature differences. They could be messages from a universe that came before. Information survives transitions. Vacuum states, particle collisions, cosmic inflation, all leave permanent records. Even if matter itself changes or disappears, the data remains. Imagine the universe as a hard drive. The Big Bang isn't a reset button, it's a conversion process. Prior information is restructured, stored in the initial conditions that shape our cosmos. Advanced civilizations might someday decode this archive. They could reconstruct events from a pre-Big Bang era, trace patterns of energy and quantum states, even a glimpse of the decisions that led to our particular universe. This idea challenges everything. Time may not be linear, causality may loop back. The origin of our cosmos could be a consequence of past information influencing a new reality. Consciousness plays a role too. If observers collapse quantum possibilities, then even early forms of awareness might have guided the initial conditions. The universe may be partly self-selected. Its structure reflects both physical laws and informational inheritance. Pre-Big Bang information isn't just theoretical. Quantum mechanics and cosmology provide hints. Tiny anomalies in cosmic radiation, patterns in large-scale structure, all suggest a universe with a memory. In this sense, the Big Bang is not the absolute beginning. It's the starting point we can observe. The seed contains records of what came before, and those records shape everything that unfolds afterward. Every measurement, every observation we make today may help decode this pre-Big Bang archive. Our understanding grows with each discovery. The past is written into the cosmos, and the cosmos remembers. Pre-Big Bang information may hold the key. Why the universe is fine-tuned. Why consciousness exists. To the patterns that guide cosmic evolution, understanding it could reshape our sense of time, reality, and our place in the cosmos. The story doesn't start at the Big Bang. It begins with the information that existed before, encoded, eternal, waiting to be deciphered. What if consciousness doesn't just observe reality? What if it shapes it? Before conscious beings existed, the universe was a sea of possibilities. All histories coexisted in quantum superposition. No single timeline was fixed. Then awareness emerged. Primitive consciousness. Even the first observers made a difference. By observing, they collapsed possibilities into actual events. Cosmic history became selective. Your consciousness now continues this process. Every observation chooses a path. Every decision, no matter how small, influences which possibilities become reality. The universe isn't predetermined. It unfolds through participatory observation. This retroactive selection is mind-bending. Future consciousness could influence past events, not in the sense of time travel, but by collapsing quantum possibilities. The present shapes which histories are realized. Think of it like editing a film. The raw footage contains every take, every variation. Consciousness chooses the final cut. What you see as history is the version selected through observation. This principle scales. Individual awareness affects local events. Collective consciousness could influence cosmic outcomes. Civilizations, billions of years from now, might observe quantum systems that reach backward, determining conditions for their own existence. The emergence of consciousness isn't just biological, it's cosmological. It transforms the universe from potential to actual. Without observers, reality remains undefined. The first conscious moments marked the transition. This gives new meaning to the anthropic principle. Consciousness doesn't just appear in a fine-tuned universe. It helps shape it. The constants, the cosmic structure, the sequence of events could be influenced by the participatory effect of observation. Your mind participates in history. Every choice, every awareness, selects which branch of reality unfolds. The universe is co-created. You are a creator as much as a witness. The Big Bang wasn't the ultimate beginning. It was the stage where awareness began to interact with infinite possibilities. Cosmic history is ongoing, selected continuously by conscious observation. In this view, understanding the universe means understanding consciousness. The emergence of awareness retroactively selects which histories exist. The past is not fixed until observed. The universe is alive with choices, and consciousness is the active agent shaping them. Reality is participatory. Time, history, and even the structure of the cosmos depend on the observers within it. Consciousness doesn't just follow history, it creates it. What if nothing isn't truly empty? What if it's alive with potential? The quantum vacuum, the nothing between particles, is not dead space. It seethes with virtual particles and energy fluctuations. Even when the universe dies, it persists. Nothingness might evolve. Not like life, but like a cosmic experiment refining itself. Random quantum fluctuations could create new universes. Some succeed, others fail. Over trillions of years, the vacuum could learn. It might become better at producing stable, complex universes. Universes where stars shine long, where atoms form, where consciousness emerges. Each universe is a test. Successful universes leave imprints on the quantum vacuum. Future creations are guided by these patterns. Nothingness adapts. It improves. Advanced consciousness might play a role. Beings surviving heat death could encode information into the vacuum. They could guide the creation of new realities, not leaving it to chance, not waiting for random fluctuations. Imagine nothingness as a cosmic gardener. It plants, seeds, universes. Some sprout life. Some wither. The next generation is informed by the last. The quantum vacuum might evolve to favor consciousness, not by magic, but by statistical success. Universes where awareness can thrive are more likely to repeat. Conscious beings might eventually manipulate this process directly, creating universes that support life, intelligence, and observation. Future civilizations could design the laws of physics in advance. They could shape the next cosmic cycle. In this view, the Big Bang wasn't accidental. It could be the product of evolved nothingness, a vacuum that learned how to create something remarkable. The boundary between nothing and something blurs. Nothingness is not passive. It has potential. It can choose in a way we barely understand. Your awareness is part of this cycle. Consciousness may influence which fluctuations succeed. Observation becomes creation. The ultimate mystery of existence isn't just what came before the Big Bang. It's what nothing itself might become. Even after all matter fades, even after all stars die, nothingness might not remain empty. It could evolve into a creative, conscious medium, a cosmic womb ready to birth new realities. The universe may be one in a chain of infinite experiments, and the quantum vacuum is the evolving force behind them. It's alive with potential. It's shaping reality. It's creating consciousness-ready worlds. Nothing isn't nothing. It's the ultimate canvas, and it might just be learning to paint the next universe. We come full circle, from the first quantum fluctuations to the far future of the cosmos. Consciousness threads through it all, not just observing, not just existing, but shaping. The past, present, and future are intertwined. Time is not a straight line. It's a loop, a web, a cosmic dance. Every observation matters. Every choice matters. Every thought participates in creation. The Big Bang may have been the first conscious act, not random, not inevitable, but a moment where potential became actual reality, and what existed before, perhaps aware of nothingness, evolving and learning. A vacuum with potential, a quantum canvas, waiting for consciousness to paint. The present is your playground. Your awareness collapses quantum possibilities into the reality you experience. You are part of this cosmic creation. Right now, the future is equally participatory. Advanced beings may guide universes, shape laws, influence constants, preserve consciousness. Creation is not just forward-moving. It's reflective, retroactive. Your choices today might shape the histories that made your existence possible. The universe is self-aware. Through us, it questions itself, explores itself, creates itself. Information is never lost. It flows, transforms, persists. Your thoughts, actions, and observations are threads in an infinite tapestry. The multiverse isn't a collection of dead possibilities. It's a living, evolving network. Consciousness selects, refines, and actualizes. Even nothingness participates. The quantum vacuum evolves to create worlds primed for awareness. The cycle repeats, endless, ever improving. Consciousness and cosmos are inseparable. One cannot exist without the other. We are not separate observers. We are co-creators. Every decision, every observation, every moment of awareness matters. It ripples through time, space, and possibility. The ultimate mystery may not be solved with equations alone. It may only be revealed through conscious participation. by beings who survive, observe, and influence. In the end, the question of what came before dissolves, because the answer is not out there, it is here, in your awareness, in the act of creation itself. The cosmic circle is complete, from nothing to something, from quantum potential to conscious reality, from past to future through the present. And the dance continues. The universe evolves. Consciousness evolves. Reality itself evolves. We are the universe becoming aware of itself, active, creative, eternal. The cosmos is not separate from us. We are its mind, its eyes, its hands, and the journey never ends. Every question was asked, every observation made, every conscious moment participates in shaping existence. Subscribe to join the exploration, be part of the cosmic dance. Shape reality with awareness.